have some fun now. See you later. Bye.
All right. Let me turn Janet off and move my phone. I'm going to do another bag today. I have everything kind of prepped. And I'll show you the one from yesterday. I finished it. Hi, Lean. And I also have an alcohol ink project we can do that I want to try out. Hi, Shauna. Yeah, I added jewels. Well, I added the copper over the navy because it just was too blurred. And then I added jewels to it. And then I added the washi at the top all the way around. I like the, I don't know, I just like the finish at the top. Hi, Wendy. So I thought I had sold it this morning, but it's bigger than the girl thought it would be. She didn't read the measurements. So I'm going to do a smaller one. Right. Long time no see, Vicki. And she's going to let me know. This one I'm doing today, I've already cut my tissue. And this is medical tissue that Kathy Berg sent me. The one I'm doing today is 11.5 by 8.5. So it's the size of a piece of paper. So she's going to let me know what size she wants. And then I have a Texas from my stencil that I cut. And I put Frisket around the outside. So I'm going to just do the alcohol ink in the inside is the goal. I did not put Frisket all the way around the, I just didn't want to waste that much Frisket. So we'll see. I loved it yesterday, Kathy. It worked really well. So I've already kind of planned where I want, this is the tissue that Kathy sent me with the Distress Oxide sprayed on it. And I'm already decided I'm going to use those pieces. And I've cut the pattern. So this is the side that I'll put on one side and then fold over. And then this will fold up. No, I ordered them from Amazon and there were 12. Let me look and see. It was like 12 for $8. Let me look at my old orders. I think I'm going to order some more because, well, I'll see how they do at the art show, what kind of response they get. I have an art show on the 22nd. It was Subang, and there were 12 for 12. It was 12 for 12. I don't know. Dollar Tree might have some. I left the top here on this side a little long. I know I need to trim that, but I thought, well, I'm actually going to trim it now. I am going to use washi at the top again, like I did on the other one. I just like the finish of it. So I have a giraffe on one side and elephants on the other. And I'm going to use some of the sewing tissue again. I like that a lot. And I'm going to use the alcohol markers to do the giraffe. And then I want to come in. I'm going to move that. And then I'll blend with a damp brush with the alcohol. So that one went out of the line altogether. Yeah, they're fun. Okay, and all I did was dampen a brush. The air just kicked on. I gotta way down. And I'm gonna just use the damp brush to kind of blend. Down the marker, and I'm gonna add some of this more. And I'll have to check on chat periodically. I gotta kind of work this evaporates, so you gotta work a little faster. Add some dark back in some places. They are not Copics. They are touch markers. They are touch. Janet, your little wreaths were so pretty today. I could never get my writing that neat. I'm going to pour some rubbing alcohol in a little cup. And I'm not going to worry if it bleeds over into the spots because they're going to be darker. Let this kind of blend out on the bottom. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that part of him. I'm going to use a burnt sienna for the spots and then come back with the darker. Kind of same with the mane. Let it bleed out a little bit. When I finished my bag yesterday, I did put a clear spray on it. Just to kind of make sure that everything was protected. Some of these here. All right. Like I said, I'm just use a damp brush just to kind of smooth that out. I'm not going to worry about my pencil lines staying because I'm going to come around with the darker. All right, let's. I'll darken that. No, I'm streaming. Did you not hear me say that earlier? That was about 15 minutes ago. And there is a bloom outside of his head, but again, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I went with too dark of a brush. So I'm going to take a brush and put alcohol out here. And I can just see how I lifted some of that. It's going to get covered around there anyways. All right, then I'm just going to come around these with the darker color. I'll check chat and see if I missed anything. You can also put the alcohol in a water brush. And you can put drops of the alcohol ink in a palette and let it dry out and then re-wet it with alcohol too. So you can use the Ranger and the Pinata inks. I'm going to go back in with some of the ochre. Just to warm it up. Okay, I think I'll add the black in. For the eyes. Kind of in for the mouth. And then I think I'm happy with the giraffe. All right, I'm going to put a lid on this alcohol so I can save it. I got something up there from the bottom, but I bet. All right, so the colors that I used were latte, cocoa, burnt sienna, chestnut brown, yellow ochre, and black. So I'm going to add some tissue, sewing tissue. Bye, Sharon. Hi, Kimmy. Okay. I'm going to find. saw one of these pieces that had a lot of print on it. So I'm going to use some of that. I might use it around the giraffe where some of it disappears. So I'm going to put glue stick where I want the tissue to stick. And then I'll trim and tear around it. Oh, get my scissors. Up in there. Okay, that's pretty good for that side. Okay, let's. Right. Snip this little bit out. I think that's a pretty good fit around him. This is interesting. I think I'll put that in there. I like doing the vinyl bag this way, where it's got a substrate, but then straight on the vinyl bag. So that's kind of interesting with the circles. All right, here's another piece with some lines that should go in right there and not interfere with the elephants. Okay, and then this piece is going right here. Of the tissue that Kathy sent. And this piece is going in over here. Some of that will get cut off. This piece will come up here and cross over some of this. I'm going to put a piece of this right in here. And then we'll work on the elephant here in a minute. In fact, I think we'll put a piece of this up here too. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the giraffe side. Thanks, Janet. All right, so I'm gonna trim this back because I may want to use that piece right there. Not the tissue so much as Kathy's paper. Okay. So the giraffe's done. The only thing he might need is he may need a number in here. Yeah, I like that text. I'll put a little of that blue over there. And maybe a little of this right in here. Well, I'll save those to use later. Okay. So now I'm going to flip it. And we'll use the cool grays for the elephant. Or do I want a warm gray? Warm grays look a little on the pink side to me. So I think I'm going to use a cool. I'll leave the baby alone for just a minute. Get my paper towel back out. And start moving some of that around. Get kind of a base in there. You get a little bit of bloom if you go too wet. That's not bad. Okay, let's. Put a shadow down in here. Just going in with a darker. It's almost black. I'm gonna turn this real quick. Lost the lid. Okay, pretty happy with that. And now I'm going to add some of the lines. I'm going to pick up some of the tusk. And I'm going to put that no. Use just a warm gray for the tusk. And now I'm kind of picking it up. And I'm going to come in with the okra. On it. and just kind of clean up around it. And I'm just going to try to soften those lines. Just add some texture in there. You have to keep re-wetting your brush because it dries. Okay. Won't be long to be able to do the baby. Okay. And I'm going to go back to the lighter gray. In fact, That was a 5. I might use those 4 for the baby. Because he doesn't really have the details that the mama has. I'm gonna lift out and push some of the darker color. Or I'm gonna go just darker around the edges. I'm just letting some alcohol push it and bloom. Kind of a warm gray in there. And then I'm going to come in with the darker and just put some of those details. That was too dark. Okay, I think that's good. All right, that's warm gray, cool gray, cool gray. We're done with the elephant. Put the lid back on the alcohol. All right, let's go back to the pattern paper. Okay, I want that somewhere. I like that XL. And I like that in there. That on there. Need to find some pieces that have more distinct. See, like this is good. I think I'll put that right in there around the elephant. Oh. Then I'll come in here and trim. I'll come back and get the tusk in a minute. Trim that at the top. This piece can go right there. Well, I had a corner missing. Put that piece in there. We'll turn this. Cut out the elephant. Let's take out that tusk part. Look at that. And I'm going to take that. Take a tiny piece. That I think if I put a little glue, I want to get just a little bit of glue in here. And try to glue a piece right in there. And then I'm going to trim it. All right. Bye, Jillian. Okay. Now we need another piece. I'm going to trim this off real quick. Okay, let me use that number. I'm going to use this around the elephant. Some of that will get cut away. And there'll be time for the oxide papers. Okay, that's good. Now let's cut this. Turn this real quick. Save that a little bit of writing over there. Okay. Trim that off. And add the oxide papers. Okay, let's see. Kind of thought about using this from Shauna. I'm definitely using this. Maybe I want the blue over here. Not so much the yellow. Give that a torn edge. Maybe some of this paper in here might be good. I think just like right in there. And then we'll put a piece over on this side too. Ow. This piece here. I'll give this one a torn edge. That's better. That might go there. Really like that blue. Okay, and now the question is, I'll use that somewhere. And I think we want to use this number somewhere. Okay. I'm going to use the extra large over here. On the 26 on this part. Okay. I don't know if I want to use this or not, but I'm gonna, it's got to have a rough edge if I do use it. I think it's the wrong color green. I don't think so. What did we find on Etsy? A cross stitch. Okay, let me clean up all this pattern paper that I have thrown around me. Throw it back in the baggie. Oh, there's the yellow. I'm going to put that on that end over here. All right, we're ready to put this on the bag. Well, I think I'm going to give it a layer of gel medium. First, kind of seal it and protect it. And I'm gonna be generous and light, if no stroke marks on the alcohol ink. Don't want to smear all that work. And this will give it more of a leathery kind of texture and allow me, I'll kind of do the pip pins again like I did yesterday. On the other piece, keep that oxide spray from bleeding. Okay. I'm going to turn this. Try to get the giraffe. All right, that is all covered. It just needs to dry. Let me put the lid on this. All right, let's. Hi, Devin. Yeah, I used a pattern to trace them on the tissue paper and then colored them. I used a photo print. Thanks. And it was on medical tissue, like you have at the doctor's office when they have you sit down. Was my base.
Hi, Shelley.
There's still some damp spots, but I think I can work with that. All right. So should I use, my thought was, do I want to use a green? And the kind of vintage. I thought I might want to use some green. Get that other green too. Kind of thought the green might look like leaves. Okay, so do we like the green in it? Okay, we'll continue because Jean says yes. Kind of doing layers. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Hi, Melissa. All right, let's turn this around. Here, I just want to use the brown. Okay. Kind of making like a floor, but the grass is behind them, but I need to have something to stand on. Thank you. Okay. Trying to do darker areas and okay, I think I'm gonna quit the green and just put the antique over here. I think that's good. I can find the lid for the brown now. Then we can put it on the bag and sign it. We got to do finish the eyes up. I have lost the lid for the marker. Right. Let's get and there's a brown. Oh. The green was on the bottom of the okay. Black and a white. And sign right in here. Add black into the eye here. And a little highlight. That one's too much. There we go. There we go. That finishes the eyes up. They actually had relatively decent eyes. Give the baby more of a eye. So I'm gonna put Liquitex Gloss Super Heavy Gel. Today, I think I'm going to do it this way instead of the bag. And I'll pick out a washi tape for the top if I don't use the same black. I have a black floral that I might use. I'll see if I have anything green. I'm going to be generous with that glue there. Okay. That's gonna be trimmed just a little anyways. All right, I'm gonna fold this one back just a little bit. Bigger scissors. It's got gel medium over the whole thing. It was medical tissue. I used a photo reference on medical tissue, and then I painted in alcohol ink. Collage my layers using glue stick. I said I'm going to add washi tape, so I'm not too worried about the edges because yesterday I liked the washi on it. Okay. I'm going to trim this just a smidge. This stuff is super sticky. And I might have to trim the top of this too a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim that just a little bit. And I'm going to trim this down. Actually, I want to tear this one. And I'm getting the top layer and then the tissue layer sort of second. Okay. So that's all on good and tight. Let's look for a washi tape. Okay, that's kind of a dark floral. That's a dark floral more in a green. That's a stripe. I don't think I like the greens. I think that's the one I like. Last night I was able to go all the way around in one piece. Tonight it won't go. It tore. Okay. And then I'm just gonna get that washi with some glue on both sides. And then what I did was, after I got it to dry, at this stage, I stored it like that when it was drying. I don't think I'm going to put any jewels on this one. So that's the elephant side. That's the giraffe side. What I'll do is let it dry and then put a clear coat spray on it just to add a little more protectant and gloss. Yeah, that was Liquitex. I got it on sale. I like the Goldens better. It's a little thicker than that. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is, this is a Texas with brisket around it. I thought about doing a piece. I don't know what colors I want to do. I don't want to go outside of the I think I'm going to do like down by the water. This is the island, the beach. There's so I think I'm going to do a brown around that edge there. And then blue. I'm going to blend it in a minute with some alcohol on the brush and let it do its thing. Thinking I can do like the coastline. Let's get the like I said, there's brisket on it. And then let's go into a green. I don't know where the brisket is. Let's go into a darker green. Kind of let it bloom. And then I thought kind of a sky blue. Oh. Let's do it.
How are we doing?
We're finishing up.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, let's. We'll come in with a different blue. let's put a drop of yellow, maybe. In there. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep just the green open and a little spray. I'm gonna remove some green areas. Right, so I think I can get some blue bonnets in there. And I used purple too. All right, I'm gonna kind of soften that. Put some stems in here in a minute. Okay. Add some more. Add some beach in here. Okay, I think experiment over. We'll take off the masking fluid and see what if we like it or not. If we don't like it, we can always cover it up. Now the Graphics pulls off the Yupo like nobody's business. Okay, so I won't add. I'm going to add my island back. Okay, and then I'm going to clean up just a little bit right in here. All right, and then I got just a little bit up here that needs to be straightened up. Get the green out of the sun. think I'll put some orange in there. And soften it. Okay, I think that one is Padre Island, yeah, and one is Galveston. They're not, it's not accurate. I mean, you really have Mustang Island, Padre Island, and Galveston. There's actually 3 islands. Should be a break in here. What do we think? Yeah. Yeah, Galveston is in front of Houston. And then you come down and you have a long strand of, there's a bridge from Galveston to St. Louis, a causeway. And then you come down and there's like several beaches. And and then Mustang, and then it changes to Padre Island right there at Corpus. So what'll happen is this will go on this wooden panel and get resin. And I'll leave the sides natural wood. I need to sign it. What gave me the thought was I had take this. Oh yes, yeah, I see what you're talking about. This right here. was thinking about doing clouds. There we go. Just get it like a little bloom. Oh, I can put some blue back in. Let's try to soften it a little here and there. Yeah, I think the clouds soften it a little bit. So should be exciting. The new paper that I'm ordering is supposed to go back to white and not stain. The other thing I got the other day was alcohol wipes. Because I thought, why are you trying to use wet wipes when you need alcohol wipes? But now I don't know where I set them. I thought they were on. But I thought I almost cut this. This is what made me think of that, is I almost took and cut this piece into a Texas. I was considering it, and that's what made me try that. But I'm not going to cut this piece. I need to find a panel for it that fits. Don't you hate that when you buy stuff and like you just bought it and you can't find it? So they're just like little pads. Because I thought they would be good for cleaning up. In tiny places. get a more organic and kind of a fade. Well, yeah, if I went to the doctor's office, I could probably get some at the nurse's office, but they weren't expensive. They were like $6 for a lot. A whole box full was like $6. $200. All right, I think that is it for me. I plan on streaming Wednesday during Joyce's time because I think she's going to get some testing done. So if she's not going to stream, I'll go ahead and stream during her time. I just went on Amazon. So this is the project for today. I think it turned out nice. I'll take some pictures of it and post it on Etsy. Now on this one, you can see the texture of the vinyl underneath it. Probably more. For those of you who came in late, this is the one from yesterday. It's got a bunny on this side and it's got a bunny on this side. And this is 11 by 15 and this is 8.5 by 11.5. So this is about the same size as a piece of paper. Yeah, I like the bling on it too. Chromebook might fit in this, depending what size you had. Chromebook. This one I didn't want bling. So I'm going to do some others. This one almost sold, but it was too big. So I'm waiting for her to tell me what of the sizes she wants. Because I have one more this size. And then I have 2 that are larger. So I don't know. I think this size might be what she wants, the size like we did for today. And I don't know if she wants a bunny or a cat. But I think they'll go well at the art shows. I think now this one I put 50. I thought that was fair with all that was on it. And I'll probably put 45 and 40 is what I'm thinking. I think that's fair. Like I said, this one has a lot in it, like bling and yeah, the ones with the alcohol ink were fun. If you put watercolor ground on the right kind of paper, you could watercolor on it. You'd have to seal it then. That would be your only, but your oils would work good on it. I don't know about the heat setting though. With the oils. Well, you could do what I did. Cut the pattern, do all the work, and then you can heat set this all you want, because I just cut a pattern. I found it easier to work on a bag. When I did the other one that I did, this one I just collaged directly on there. That was harder for me than just cutting a pattern and then knowing that was my space. So I like the pattern on it. I got the Timmy tissues, and I'll be honest, I don't like the way they tear. So I haven't used them. I was going to use one yesterday, and then it was just not right. If I do another bunny one, I might use some of that. But yeah, if you cut the pattern, I think so. I mean, I haven't. I haven't used them. It would hold up just as easily as like a painted canvas would, because it's sealed. Like, now these might come off if with too heavy of usage, but I don't see why this wouldn't. I mean, it's pretty sealed in there, and I'm going to give it a coat when it's dry. I'm going to give it a clear coat. So, but I don't think any of us have used them long enough to know. Yeah, right. There now. If you were just going to go out and wanted a clutch, you could use it as a purse. I wouldn't use it as my everyday purse. But if you wanted just a small one, like this size, if you had this size done up right and you wanted it just to use as a clutch because you were going someplace you didn't really want to carry a purse, you could do that easily. But I wouldn't use it every day. So my show's on the 22nd, so I'm going to work on those because I think they'll be a good addition. I'm trying to finish enough pieces so I can resin. I have 3 more of these wooden canvases. Okay, I want to resin them all at one time. So that they all get the coating. So I have 3 more of those. And that'll give me something different to take. I like to take different stuff and not, because you see a lot of the same people locally. So that way I have different things, similar but different. Yeah, here's the ones I did with the alcohol ink. And that I just dropped alcohol ink on. And then gave them a spray of clear coat. But those I won't sell for very much at all because, like I said, that's just alcohol ink. So thank you, Miss Eileen. So you enabled. That's what you're here for, right? All right, guys, I'm going to go get a snack. See what Bob is up to. He's drinking and barbecuing, so good Lord, who knows? I don't know if anyone else is streaming tonight or not. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow at streams. And like I said, probably Wednesday during Joyce's time, I'll stream around, I don't know what time she actually comes on, but I'll probably stream between 2 and 3 sometime if she's not streaming. All right. Thanks, Shelly. Thanks, Dottie. I'll talk to y'all later.